I have recently discovered a brand new method that allows us to make some of the biggest recipes inside of Go Garden. The best part about all of this, these recipes are insane, so when you offer it to Crispy, you are able to obtain some of the best rewards, including the Prismatic and Divine rewards. And voila, let's just say you don't want to miss anything in this video. As you guys know, there's basically a recipe list or an ingredient list for every type of food in the game. Right now, he currently wants a sushi. To get the best rarity of this sushi, it involves us getting a bunch of bamboo as well as corn, which is super easy to get, and I can just go ahead straight up buy it off the shop. I believe the only thing I need is bamboo. I already have corn, and I might actually have bamboo. Let's see, do I have any seeds? Yes, I have 56 of them. And I also have a bunch of corn seeds, so let's go ahead and apply both of these right down here. Wait, I actually have a bunch of corn already, so the only thing I needed was the bamboo, and this is exactly what we need. I believe it was just 1 corn and 2 pieces of bamboo. Now, normally, you could go ahead and just dump this in, and with the timer that it gives you, which right now it is 5 minutes estimated, you could basically get the sushi super easily. Now, what if I told you throwing in a bone blossom into this thing will give us some of the most insane results that we could expect? And we're going to try this one with a normal bone blossom, ones that are low of weight, okay? And you're going to notice this is not going to be too big, but it will be bigger than usual because we have bone blossoms. So here we go. Let's add 1, 2, and 3, or well, I can only do 2 bone blossoms, but that's fine. There we go. Boom. Let's cook it up, and we're cooking the craving, aka the sushi. I'm going to skip the timer because I low-key don't want to wait. But here we go. Let's get the sushi. And as you can see right here, we have a mythical sushi. This thing, not too big, but it can get very big. We can go ahead and feed it to this fat pig right here. Try this food I cooked up. You'll give us some decent rewards probably. As you can see, we got the mochi mouse, which is one of the brand new pets. And is that the only thing he gives me? Okay, I mean, that's fine. But you might be wondering, why do I have so many massive plants? And well, that goes into this secret recipe, glitch, trick, whatever you want to call it. But wait, before I do, what does this mochi pet do, bro? This mouse, like, what does this guy do? All active food type pets gain an additional 1.6 XP per second. That's it. And 500 every 10 minutes. Bro, this guy sucks. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna throw him into my collection. But now, I'm gonna go ahead and repeat the same exact recipe, except we're gonna use these huge bone blossoms. But here we go. Boom. And I'm also going to show you guys how to do it without bone blossoms in case you don't have any. So don't worry if you're a new player. I got you, bro. I have all the methods. But let's go grow these bamboos real quick. We're going to need 2 of those. And I should already have some corn. 1, 2. Keep in mind, these do have mutations, but I'm pretty sure mutations don't actually apply to this event at all, so don't worry. But let's go on ahead, provide the 1 corn, as well as the 2 slices of bamboo. And there we go. Now, we have 2 more spots. For the other 2 spots, I'm going to use some bone blossoms that are much bigger in size. And this one is an example, but I want to get something a lot bigger. I could use this bone blossom, but it's worth like 160 trillion, which, by the way, I'm giving these away. All you have to do in order to enter into a giveaway to win one of these is subscribe, watch this video all the way till the end, and comment down below your usernames and why you think you deserve it. I am also giving them away inside my Discord server if you want one, but I can't really even show you the whole thing because it's just so massive. And if I go to the sell right here, how much is this worth? As you can see, 166 trillion shekels. But since I'm using these for the giveaway, I cannot do those. So instead, what I'm going to do is come over here and collect some from my garden. Now, there is grand volcanoes, which are also massive, but I'm just going to use the bone blossoms since they're of higher rarity. There we go. Let's just collect a few of them. These are decently big, and I am only going to need 2 of them. Keep in mind, mutations don't matter, so it really doesn't matter that it's normal or whatever. But let's go ahead and submit it. And as you can see, this does increase our timer. The bigger the stuff you actually have and kind of the better the rarity, the cooking time does go up, but I'm skipping the timer anyways. And also, you guys are really only going to be serving him like once or twice every hour. So I honestly recommend just waiting the timer out, but I'm going to pay it. But there we go. We just got another sushi, and this one is much bigger. Unfortunately, this guy is asking for a sushi, so all the sizes I get are going to be tremendously smaller. But later on in this video, we're going to get stuff so big that it's going to be bigger than that bone blossom over there. But let's feed it to him. Let's see what we get. Try this food I cooked up, and hopefully we get more rewards. 2 times food crates, medium toys, mutation spray honey glaze, small toy, advanced sprinkler. Yes, you definitely get more rewards. If this was a myth busting video, that is definitely true. Oh wait, I did not mean to click that. Oops, wrong button. View rewards. But as you can see, we just got a bunch of the divines as well as the mythical rarity like items. Now I want to go ahead and try this with this massive bone blossom that I have sitting here. I could let it get more mutations and sell it, but honestly, I don't care too much. I have way more worthy bone blossoms in my inventory, but here we go. Let's get 2 bamboo, and since I already have a bunch of corn, we're not gonna need to waste time doing that, but let's go on ahead and submit it. Also, if you guys want cooking recipes, I mean, just take a look at this list. This is just some of the optional things, but there's a lot of things you can do with this. Since he is asking for a sushi, the highest thing I can actually give him is a divine rarity, which is the 2 bamboos and the 1 corn. The bone blossoms is what actually brings it up to a high rarity, aka it being divine. But something really easy is a prismatic salad, which for this one, I need 4 bone blossoms and 1 tomato. So I'm really thinking I try to make this. I will say if you're not giving him what he's actually craving, it's gonna make it a little worse on the type of rewards you get. But I'm gonna make the salad anyways, just so I can show y'all how big it is. So let's collect this fat bone blossom. Oh my god. And I mean, all we need is some tomatoes. Oh, I don't know if I have any in my inventory. Tomato seeds. Okay, that's good. All we can do is just go ahead and grow them. I hope this doesn't take long. Yeah, it's a rare, so this will be very fast. I'll be back in like 3, 2, 1. Wait, matter of fact, I just got news that there's a burning bud in stock. So let's check out the stock real quick. And oh, well, would you look at that? There is actually one. Well, if you want a burning bud or prismatic to appear inside the shop, definitely go ahead and subscribe. By the way, keep in mind, it doesn't have to be a bone blossom you do this with. You can do this with the best rarity fruit that you have. The extra stuff that I'm putting in as bone blossoms, do it with whatever you have best of and the biggest size of. Alright, bro, all we needed was 1 tomato in order to get this to be prismatic. But the way you get it to actually be big, aka the size I'm doing it, is by having large fruits. You get it to be prismatic by having the highest rarity, aka transcendent. And the only transcendent thing right now is the bone blossom. But I'm gonna go ahead and give this guy, or the cooking pot, a tomato, as well as this giant bone blossom. And then for the rest, we can just sneak in some tiny ones or like medium-sized ones. There we go. All we need is 4. Now, as you can see, this would take an hour to cook. So I don't really recommend throwing in the biggest things for the entire ingredient list. But I'm skipping it anyways, so it's not going to matter. There we go. Our salad is done. And as you can see, we have a prismatic bone blossom tomato salad. And if I click this, it's gigantic. I mean, look at this. It actually looks extremely unappetizing, to be honest. But bro, it can get even bigger than that in just a second. For now, though, let's feed Mr. Crispy his little food. And although it's not as craving, the rewards, I believe, should still be pretty good because it's a prismatic. And he's giving us 3 gourmet eggs. We got 2 of those. 2 times mutation sprays, gourmet egg, gourmet seed pack. Yeah, as you can see, I still got some of the best rewards you could get. Like, I still got these down here. No matter what, I believe it gives you at least 1 prismatic, even if it's not his craving. But now I want to take this to a much higher scale. Before I do that, I want to test it with the greatest and biggest Grand Volcania I have up there. I just want to throw it in for the size measurements because that thing is like so big, bro. But the problem is, how do I even get up there? Bro, I have to parkour my bone blossom in order to go collect a Grand Volcania. Wait, I got the prompt to pop up. There we go. I got it. And it is so big, bro. I can't even look all the way up there. The rest, let's just get 1 tomato because we need that. And then 3 bone blossoms in order to fill it up. And as you can see, there we go. Put in the 3 bone blossoms, tomato, as well as the Grand Volcania. This thing is still gonna turn out to be massive. You don't need something to be just all, you know, transcendent and all that stuff. You don't need it. I did get it to be divine this time though, because I didn't have 4 transcendent pets in it or fruits in it, but that's still fine. As you can see, give him the reward. It's still good. We got a mochi mouse, even though that kind of sucks. Mutation spray fried, gourmet seed packs, an artichoke, a reclaimer, and another one of these guys. Oh my god. Now let's make things much more intense. Also, I do want to say, keep in mind, you can do this with the Grandmaster Sprinkler too. I actually recently made a video right here using the Grandmaster Sprinkler trick before it's patched, because I really think it's overpowered, and that's how I was able to get these fruits. But I would highly recommend you check that video out if you haven't. Now, as you can see, I actually went ahead and joined the modded game. And not because it's just modded, but because in this game, I actually have toucans, which I don't have in the normal game. You can do this in the normal game, but it's just so much easier for me to demonstrate how crazy this can get inside of this game. But let me first go ahead, delete everything inside my garden. That way, I can show you guys from scratch how insane this is. And if you want to demonstration of what our soup is gonna look like, yeah, it's gonna be this big, bro. To do this method, all you need is a bunch of toucans, or it can even just be the moon cats, whatever you decide to do, as well as a bunch of sprinklers. Now, this modded game actually has not implemented the Grandmaster Sprinkler yet, but that's completely fine. You can, you know, I'd assume most of you guys don't have it anyways. But all we do is go ahead, plant the Grandmaster Sprinkler, or the sprinklers that you can have, and you just want to go ahead, spam a few. You actually don't need more than 1 of each. That's a theory I've heard a lot of people saying, like you need 3 normal sprinklers and stuff. No, you don't. You just need 1 of each. Next up is you just plant the seed of your choosing, which for me is going to be the Bone Blossom seed. It's the coolest and best seed. And then all we do is just place it, and you can either leave the game for a few hours until it's fully grown, or you spend the Robux, which I'm just going to press grow all. Boom. And as you can see, oh my god, I am stuck. That's literally all that it takes in that method to get massive bone blossoms. And I wish I could hit the grow all button again, but I'm going to just hit grow all plants command. There we go. And yeah, as you can see, there is even more of them. Bro, this thing looks insane. You can do this method with the toucans or the moon cats, with any type of fruit. But personally, the bone blossom is going to be your best bet. So now I'm going to go ahead collect a few of them. All we need is 4, I believe, as well as a tomato, which hopefully I will have a tomato in my inventory. Yes, as you can see, a simple small tomato. But are we serious? I do not need a tornado happening over here right now. Okay, he's asking for an ice cream right now, but I'm going to make a soup, and then we're going to make an ice cream to see the difference. But here we go. Let's give it all the 4 bone blossoms. And as you can see, we got tomato, bone blossom, 4 of them. All right, bro, this event needs to stop. Stop weather. There we go. Yep, get the tornado away, bro. I'm literally from Avatar. I'm telling you. All right, we're going to start the cooking and then skip the cooking. And as you can see, our soup is done cooking. This is going to be the biggest soup you have seen. 3, 2, 1. Oh, my. Wait, bro, is it that big? It actually doesn't even show up. Okay, it's 68 kilograms. I swear it's big. The other one that shows, aka this one, this is only 30 kilograms, as you can see right here. And well, you could probably tell why we can't see the other one. But let's just go ahead, feed it to him. And in this game, the rewards are messed up. So like, you're gonna see Zen seed packs when it's supposed to be the other ones, and that's because they stole this stuff from the testing server. So it's not updated. But if I try this food I cooked up, there we go. As you can see, okay, we got a Zen seed pack. All right, yeah, the rewards are definitely not good in this game. But what I'm trying to show you is that with the big bone blossom, especially if it's a bone blossom, it can be any fruit, but if it's a huge bone blossom, not only do you get prismatic of whatever you create, but you also get it to be a very giant size of that recipe. Let's go ahead and try to make some ice cream for this guy, because that is currently what he's craving. For that, we need some plants, which I don't have in this game, but luckily I can just give myself the seeds. So give seed, there we go. And then we're gonna do sugar apple because that's one we need, as well as sugar glaze. So I'm gonna actually do that one too. Let's get a sugar apple. There we go. Sugar, bro, am I dumb? Okay, there we go. I got sugar apple, and that is all we need, and then the rest can just be bone blossoms. But let's plant these out real quick. Bro, I had so many bone blossoms down. I literally had to get rid of them in order to access my garden. But there we go. There is a sugar apple, and we don't need any sizes on these. We literally just need them to exist. They are what makes this recipe an ice cream. So, oh my god, I forgot I still have the bone blossom trees. Great. Okay, here we go. Let's collect the sugar apple. And they still turned out to be massive, but that's fine. I guess we'll take it anyways. And we also have a massive sugar glaze, bro. Oh my goodness. It looks like a cave entrance. I hope it works in this testing game because I don't really know if this stuff is like updated to have the correct recipes. But it is supposed to be like this in the main game. So here we go. Let's add in the bone blossoms and cook. What is it cooking? Oh my god. It made another soup. Great. Well, I'm glad to know this soup is also massive to where you can't even see it inside this game because it's 68 kilograms. But I hope you understand the moral of the video is that no matter what, you want to give it the base stuff that are needed in order to make the recipe of your choice. So right now, sushi, you would give it, you know, the 2 bamboos as well as the corn. And then after you do that, you give it possibly the biggest as well as the highest rarity fruit you have in order to make it the highest possible rarity. For me, it's the bone blossoms. But if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead, check out this video on the screen right here. I went ahead and handpicked it for you because I really think you're going to like it. Also, join my Discord server for some of these massive 166 trillion bone blossoms and subscribe. Until then, bye!